Imagine a general so cunning, so audacious, that his name alone could strike fear into the hearts of the mightiest empire the world had ever known. That general was Hannibal Barca, and this is the story of his legendary campaign against Rome, a conflict that would forever etch his name in the annals of military history. Hannibal's brilliance lay not only in his tactical prowess on the battlefield, but also in his strategic genius, his ability to outmaneuver, outsmart, and ultimately outlast his enemies against overwhelming odds. For years, Hannibal haunted the Roman psyche, a constant reminder of their vulnerability and the very real possibility of defeat. His name echoed through the centuries, a testament to the power of a single, determined individual to challenge the very foundations of an empire. This video delves into the life and campaigns of this extraordinary military leader, exploring the key battles, strategies, and the lasting impact he had on the ancient world. Hannibal's story is one of daring ambition, cunning strategy, and unparalleled military genius. It is a story of resilience in the face of adversity, of unwavering determination against seemingly insurmountable odds. But above all, it is a story that reminds us that even the mightiest empires are not invincible, and that a single individual driven by an unyielding will can change the course of history. Hannibal's destiny was shaped from his very birth. Born into a prominent Carthaginian family, he inherited a legacy of military ambition and a deep-seated rivalry with Rome. His father, Hannibal Barca, a renowned general of the First Punic War, instilled in young Hannibal an unyielding hatred for the Roman Republic, even making him swear an oath to forever oppose Rome's expansion. This oath would become the driving force behind Hannibal's life, fueling his ambition and shaping his destiny. He spent his formative years accompanying his father on campaigns, learning the art of war firsthand. Hannibal's early exposure to military life instilled in him a deep understanding of strategy, tactics, and leadership, qualities that would serve him well in his later campaigns. Beyond military training, Hannibal received a well-rounded education, studying languages, diplomacy, and history. This broadened his understanding of the world and equipped him with the skills necessary to navigate the complex political landscape of the ancient Mediterranean. When his father died in battle, Hannibal was ready to step into his shoes, inheriting not only his command, but also his mantle of vengeance against Rome. In 218 BC, Hannibal embarked on a campaign that would solidify his place in military history. Determined to strike at the heart of the Roman Republic, he decided to take the most unexpected and perilous route imaginable, across the treacherous Alps. This audacious plan, considered impossible by many, involved leading a massive army, complete with war elephants, through some of the most inhospitable terrain in Europe. The journey was fraught with danger. Treacherous mountain passes, unpredictable weather, and hostile tribes all posed significant threats to Hannibal's army. Supplies dwindled, morale plummeted, and many men and animals perished along the way. Yet, Hannibal's leadership never faltered. He rallied his weary troops, inspiring them with his own unwavering determination and the promise of victory against Rome. The crossing of the Alps was not just a logistical marvel, it was a testament to Hannibal's strategic genius and his ability to inspire his men to achieve the seemingly impossible. The Romans, caught completely off guard, now faced the terrifying reality of a Carthaginian invasion on their own soil. Emerging from the Alps, Hannibal's army, though depleted and exhausted, was invigorated by their accomplishment and eager for battle. The Romans, initially dismissive of the threat, soon realized the magnitude of their miscalculation. Hannibal, a master tactician, wasted no time in exploiting their complacency. He lured the Romans into a series of decisive battles, each one showcasing his strategic brilliance and tactical ingenuity. At the Battle of the Trebia River, Hannibal used his superior cavalry and a clever ambush to rout the Roman legions. This victory sent shockwaves through the Roman Republic, shattering their illusion of invincibility and establishing Hannibal as a formidable foe. His next major victory came at Lake Trasimene, where he again utilized the element of surprise, this time concealing his army in the hills surrounding the lake and ambushing the unsuspecting Roman army as it marched along the narrow road below. These early victories were more than just military triumphs. They were psychological blows against Roman morale, spreading fear and uncertainty throughout the Republic. Hannibal had proven that the Romans were not invincible, and in doing so, he had ignited a glimmer of hope for Rome's enemies throughout the Italian peninsula. Hannibal's string of victories culminated in the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC, a battle that would be studied and analysed by military strategists for centuries to come. Facing a numerically superior Roman army, Hannibal once again demonstrated his tactical genius. He deployed his forces in a crescent formation, deliberately weakening his centre while strengthening his flanks. The Romans, confident in their numbers, charged into the apparent weak point of the Carthaginian line. This was exactly what Hannibal had anticipated. As the Romans pressed their attack, the Carthaginian centre gradually yielded, drawing the Romans deeper into the trap. With the Roman legions fully committed, Hannibal's cavalry swept around from the flanks, encircling the enemy and trapping them in a deadly pincer movement. The result was a massacre. The Roman army was virtually annihilated, with an estimated 50,000 to 70,000 Romans killed, including the consul Lucius Aemilius Paulus. Cannae was a decisive victory for Hannibal, a testament to his military genius and an embodiment of his ability to outmaneuver and outsmart his adversaries on the battlefield. Despite the crushing defeat at Cannae, Rome refused to surrender. They had faced adversity before, and their indomitable spirit, coupled with their vast resources, allowed them to regroup and adapt. The Roman Senate, recognizing the gravity of the situation, appointed Quintus Fabius Maximus as dictator, a man known for his caution and patience. Fabius adopted a strategy of attrition, avoiding direct confrontation with Hannibal's army and instead focusing on harassing his supply lines and wearing down his forces. While frustrating for Hannibal, this Fabian strategy, as it came to be known, bought Rome valuable time to rebuild its army and develop new tactics to counter Hannibal's brilliance. Hannibal, for his part, found himself in a strategic quandary. While he had won a series of impressive victories, he lacked the resources and manpower to lay siege to Rome itself. His hope lay in persuading Rome's Italian allies to defect to his side, thereby weakening Rome's resolve and tipping the balance of power in his favor. However, despite his victories, Hannibal found it difficult to convince Rome's allies to abandon their powerful patron. The tide of the war began to turn with the emergence of a new Roman leader, Publius Cornelius Scipio, later known as Scipio Africanus. Scipio, a brilliant strategist in his own right, recognized that to defeat Hannibal, Rome needed to take the fight to Carthage itself. Ignoring the calls for caution, Scipio boldly proposed an invasion of Africa, a move that would force Hannibal to abandon his campaign in Italy and return home to defend his homeland. Scipio's strategic vision proved sound. His campaigns in Africa were met with success, culminating in the Battle of Zama in 202 BC. At Zama, Scipio effectively countered Hannibal's tactics, outmaneuvering the Carthaginian army and securing a decisive Roman victory. The Battle of Zama marked a turning point in the Second Punic War, effectively ending Hannibal's reign of terror and securing Roman hegemony in the Western Mediterranean. Following his defeat at Zama, Hannibal returned to Carthage, a changed man. The once invincible general now faced the daunting task of rebuilding his shattered city and negotiating peace terms with the victorious Romans. He served as a magistrate, using his political acumen to implement reforms and restore Carthage's prosperity. However, his enemies within Carthage, jealous of his past glory and fearful of his continued influence, accused him of treason, claiming he had not fought hard enough to secure victory against Rome. Facing mounting pressure and the threat of Roman retribution, Hannibal was forced to flee his homeland. He found refuge in the court of Antiochus III, the Seleucid king, offering his military expertise in the hope of one day challenging Rome again. However, his plans were thwarted when the Romans, ever wary of their old nemesis, pressured Antiochus into expelling Hannibal from his court. Hunted by his enemies, Hannibal spent the remaining years of his life wandering from court to court, a shadow of his former self. In 183 BC, with Roman agents closing in, he chose to end his own life rather than be captured and paraded through the streets of Rome as a conquered foe. Even in death, Hannibal remained a symbol of defiance against Roman power, a testament to the enduring legacy of this extraordinary military leader. Hannibal's campaigns had a profound impact on the course of history. His military genius, characterized by his innovative tactics, strategic brilliance and ability to adapt to changing circumstances, left an indelible mark on the art of warfare. His crossing of the Alps, a feat of logistical brilliance, inspired awe and fear in equal measure, while his victory at Cannae became a textbook example of tactical encirclement. More than just a military leader, Hannibal was a symbol of resistance against overwhelming odds, a reminder that even the mightiest empires can be challenged. His story continues to captivate and inspire, a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity, determination, and the will to fight for what one believes in. If you enjoyed this video, please support our channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing.